Last time, Kitty Pryde forced her hand into Logan's head and did something to his memories. Has the Winter Soldier become compromised? Welcome to the Comicstorian Complete Story Series, where you get audio dramas of your favorite comic books, helping you decide what to go out and add to your collection. Today, we continue Ultimate Wolverine with issues 4 and 5 by Chris Condon. I hope you enjoy. The wolf stalks through the frozen forest. Its eyes seem to glow in the moonlight. Its paws leave bloody prints in the soft snow. It moves forward, pushing through the trees, moving slowly but with purpose. A cacophony of voices seem to echo through the empty forest as snow falls from a gray sky above. Is he? Why is he twitching? Heart rate's increasing. Look at the claws! Maybe we should call the guards. Is he looking at me? The voices don't understand what's happened. Doctors call for soldiers, for security, afraid of what will happen if the Winter Soldier wakes up. But the wolf moves on as if it can't hear the voices. It stops and begins to sniff at the ground. The wolf isn't alone. It opens its mouth and growls low, its eyes sensing movement ahead. I've never seen him like this before. Is he hurt? It sounds like he's in pain, but he's pumped full of enough sedative to knock King Kong off his feet. Is he staring at me? Why the f*** is he staring at me? The voices call out. Another creature pushes through the trees. A great white bear. Its eyes are glowing red. The creature growls in response to the wolf. The voices continue. Doctors hoping to add more medicine, to put the Winter Soldier into a deeper slumber, afraid of the man's response, of his claws. The wolf stalks towards the bear, which raises up and roars a challenge or a warning. But the wolf doesn't listen. He's going into cardiac arrest. Get him out of the chamber. He stays in the chamber until we have the guards. There's no time. I'm opening the chamber. The bear rushes forward. Its claws come down to meet the wolf as it leaps forward. The wolf flies through the air and slams into the ground, blood oozing from its wounds. The bear huffs and turns away, moving back into the forest. Heart rate's increasing. The claws. He's returning to normal. But the wolf doesn't stay down. It struggles up. Look out! Emergency lock! Hit the emergency lock! The voices continue to cry out. Blood drips from its wounds as it stares after the bear. It shakes itself, seeming to wake up before rushing forward. He's not stopping! Hit the alarm! He's shattered the glass! The wolf leaps through the air, landing on the bear and sinking its teeth in. The bear roars with anger and pain as it tries to shake the creature loose. My God! The claws! He's killing the guards! The bear roars and throws the wolf aside, but the wolf refuses to give up. The voices continue to yell. Gunfire seems to echo in the winds of the forest, but a voice calls out, clearer than all the others. It calls a name, Logan. The wolf launches itself forward, slamming into the bear once more, and the battle continues. Dr. Prostovich steps into the examining room, her eyes widened in horror at the scene of carnage. The Winter Soldier stands at the center of the room of bodies that have been torn to pieces, his claws dripping fresh blood as soldiers prepare to fire and stop him. Sputnik! Dr. Prostovich shouts. Winter Soldier immediately seems to calm down, his hands lowered to his sides, though the claws do not retract. She directs the soldiers to chain his hands. They cautiously move forward. Come, follow me, Prostovich orders as the guards lead the Winter Soldier out. explaining that something must have happened on his last mission. Something that fried the mental control that they had over him. "We need to re-establish control," she explains to her colleague. "But the sedatives do nothing," he says. But Prostovich shakes her head, explaining that they need to bring the Winter Soldier to her. "It's never been one point of control, but 3. When one breaks, you must reinforce another," she says as they pass through the security gates, heading deeper into the underbelly of the Kremlin, until they finally arrive at the Cerebellum. They step into the control room, and Dr. Prostovich taps a few buttons on the control panel. "Prostovich, Alonia, destination Cerebellum, code K7M9. Dr. Prostovich says into the computer, activating the lights within. She slowly leads the Winter Soldier and the guards inside the giant dome-shaped room. "Here is the solution to your problem, Winter Soldier. Whatever you did out there nearly severed our link, but we can fix that. She can fix that," Dr. Prostovich whispers to her experiment as she leads him into the main chamber and motions to the red-headed woman that hangs suspended above, the brain of the world's most powerful psychic behind her. "The Phoenix specimen. She will fix your broken mind," Dr. Prostovich whispers. Somewhere in Rasputingrad, the capital of the Eurasian Republic, Victor ushers out the patrons of his bar. It is time to close up for the night, and the locals are ready to stumble home. "Good night. Thank you. Come back tomorrow," Victor calls out as his regulars stumble home in the snowy night. He steps back inside and clicks the lock closed, shutting off the neon sign to indicate the bar's closed for the night. Finally, he turns back to the bar and gives it one last look, making sure that no one was left behind. "All right, you can come out now," he calls as he steps forward and lifts the latch to a hidden room beneath the floor. The space is shadowy, but 2 children's faces suddenly appeared. Victor smiles at the young mutants and turns back to the bar, motioning for them to take seats. "The driver will be here soon. Come. Took the liberty of making you some food. I recommend you eat up. It'll be a long ride. Not stop till you clear of the border," he tells them as he pours steaming soup into 2 bowls for them. Victor smiles as the kids start eating quickly. He looks down at his hands, scarred from battles long past, his nails like claws. "I'm just sorry we couldn't save more of yous. What a fiasco that was at the camp," he mutters, but he waves away the feelings of regret and reaches behind him for a fizzing glass. The children stare in wonder at the fizzy drink as he sets it before them. "This is something from the old days. A real delicacy. They call it a Shirley Temple. Only had enough for one, but enjoy," he says as he hands them straws. The kids begin to drink greedily, and Victor laughs. He reaches down for the trash and heads for the door. On the back steps, he tosses the bags into the dumpster, but stops short. His ears pick up something overhead, the buzz of a plane far above them. Victor quickly heads back inside, motioning for the kids to crawl back into the secret storage room. "Fellas, back under the floor. Military planes overhead. Might be scanning. Shielding will hide us from view, but you gotta be quick. Come on, you 2, he says in a hush. The kids nod in fear and climb back beneath the floor. "Won't be long, I promise. Driver will be here in no..." Victor starts to say as he shuts the latch, but suddenly there is a bang at the door as someone tries to get in. Victor moves quickly and quietly to the door, readying himself for a fight. But when he opens it to the dark streets, he merely sees a drunk stumbling home, muttering about how the bar is closed. Victor lets out a sigh of relief as he turns back and closes the door, but he pauses. Something isn't right. Turning his head, he sniffs the air gently. A low growl rumbles in his throat as he moves across the bar, sniffing again and again. Finally, he stops. He knows he's not alone. "You. So the rumors are true," Victor mutters as he turns to the shadows. The Winter Soldier steps out, crouching in preparation for an attack. "Back from the dead, Logan? Smells off. Something about you's changed. Smells almost rotten," Victor notes, smiling sadly at his old friend. Victor prepares himself, his muscles coiled beneath his skin. "Not dead, but you ain't yourself, are ya?" Victor asks. The Winter Soldier growls and pops his claws with a schnick. Well, I'd say you're not yourself at all," he mutters. The Winter Soldier leaps through the air, but Victor meets him quickly, slamming his fist into the assassin. "I know ya, Logan, and I know Logan would be too smart to try that on me. You're him, but you're not him," Victor grunts. But Logan twists and slashes through the arm, severing it at the soldier. Victor stumbles away, letting out a grunt of pain, but his healing factor begins to move quickly, already starting to regrow the arm. "I don't know why they got you in a mask, but I'm gonna rip it off your face to find out, boy!" Victor roars as he charges. Metal claws meet sharp nails as the two begin to tear into each other. Blood splatters across the bar, painting the bottles and walls in the deep red. It was some time in the past that Logan and Victor had sat around a fire, sharing a bottle of booze. Logan had taken a long drink and looked at his friend and asked him a favor. "If they ever capture me, I don't want to become one of them puppets, so I want you to promise me that you'll kill me," Logan says as he wipes his mouth. Victor just laughs, pointing out that there's no way that Logan will be captured. "I'm being serious here, Creed," Logan growls. But Victor finally nods and takes the bottle, taking his own long sip. Finally, the two clasp hands as soldiers in agreement. "Well, if you want it, it's a deal, but it ain't gonna happen," Victor promises. Victor grabs hold of Logan and slams him into the bar, cracking the heavy wood beneath them. "They really got this muzzle on ya," he grunts. But Logan pops the claws again and again, stabbing Victor in the gut and the chest. Victor roars in anger and pain before picking Logan up and tossing him across the room. He roars again and charges, slamming his fists into Logan's face, his claws ripping off Logan's mask to reveal his face. "If I'm gonna kill ya, I'm gonna look you in the face when I do it, runt," Victor growls. But Logan lets out a roar of rage and pushes Victor off, stabbing him again and again and biting him in the throat. Blood seeps from the wound as Victor stumbles back. Logan glares at him as he spits a chunk of Victor's throat onto the floor. Creed stumbles and falls with his back to the wall as Logan stalks forward. But suddenly, the door bangs open. Logan whirls as Natasha stands in the light cast from the outside. She moves fast, firing a tranq dart at Logan before flipping across the room and kicking him in the face, finally knocking him out. Victor stares in shock. "Ugh, don't get it. He's out. His healing factor ain't kicking in?" Victor gasps as Natasha retrieves the two kids from beneath the floor.
"That leech,"
the green one says with a smile. Moments later, Victor is carrying Logan's unconscious body out to Natasha's car. "I'll ride with yous, new girl. I want to see everyone's face when this guy comes through the door," Victor says with a grin as he places the Winter Soldier in the trunk. And that is where we leave issue 5 of Ultimate Wolverine. Some crazy stuff is going on with Logan, and if you want to see what happens next, you'll just have to wait until next time. But what are your thoughts on this story so far, and this version of Victor Creed, as well as the Phoenix specimen that the Eurasian Republic has in their possession? Let me know in the comments below, and like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, as it really helps out the channel. I'm Dan with Comicstorian, and we will see you next time. Rest in peace, Benny.